Hey everybody, it's Donnell with Donnell's Stitchery, and I have Mona Dewa on my channel today, and we are going to be sewing and hanging out. Mona, you want to go ahead and introduce yourself some and talk about your channel?
Hi, I'm Mona. I just do a live sew and chat on Fridays, and subscribers and some other channels. We just get together and sew and giggle and chat and just have fun.
How often do you usually go live on your channel?
Usually every Friday. I was going twice a week, but it got a little much. So just on Fridays, but I may be adding Monday in later on, but I haven't decided.
Cool. Yeah, I love it when not all my favorite content creators go live during the week because then I got somebody to listen to.
Well, that's what I do. I'll be here sewing and I'll be watching other channels. I can't always chat because, I'm sewing.
Oh, definitely. So in the chat, we have listening while she's driving in Quilt Fact, Debbie. And then we have the Siberian Wind that went to go lay down because she overdid herself basting quilts. And we have,
Ooh.
yeah. So then we have Katie from the Greenland Quilter. Hey, Katie. And we have, let's see here, Andrea. How you doing, love? And Denise, Soul Patch 33. Beverly Akins, how you doing? Sheila Gage, thank you for subscribing last night, Sheila. Truly appreciate it.
She's my sewing buddy. She comes on my lives and sews with me.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I thought I seen her on there Friday.
Yeah, she was.
And then we have Michelle's Craft Some More. Hey. And then, of course, we have Mona DeWatt. So what are you working on today, Mona?
I'm getting caught up on my blocks we have on Rita's and Awkward Quilters channel. We're doing a block of the week. And we're not exchanging or anything. We're just sewing the blocks for a quilt, and I'm behind, so I'm going to work on that.
Ooh.
Just one block, and then I still have to work on that bag I was working on yesterday.
I love watching you making your bags. They always turn out so gorgeous.
I got to get back to making more bags because my shop is empty. There's nothing in it.
Linda Denton wants to know, how did I get you up so early? Because I had this cute and adorable little face.
She bribed me with an ice cream cone, Linda.
I just said, pretty, please, with sugar on top. So I am, look over at the window and I see snow blowing through. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to snow last night. It was really cold in here. I'm like, boy, it's really cold. And I looked out and there was snow. And then this morning the roads were covered. I'm like, good.
Yeah, I woke up and I'm like, I looked up the dogs. I'm like, can't y'all learn how to use a toilet? I'm like, this is getting really ridiculous.
Mine don't like to. Well, Henry will go outside in any weather. He doesn't care. Goober will not set foot outside if it's even misting. So in my laundry room, I have pee pads in there. So if they have to go and don't want to go out, they can go in there, like in the middle of the night, because past 9 o'clock, I don't let them out because I just don't like being out there,
Yeah.
So, and that way I don't have to crate them at night. I don't have to. Well, Henry will escape any crate. So when he was a puppy, I stopped putting him in. And this way they have the whole run of the house, except for the upstairs. I have it blocked off because of Henry's fall. But believe it or not, since my fall, they don't want to go upstairs anymore. I scared them.
So like, okay, we do this different story, but when she does it,
Yeah. So.
Yeah, my pit bull, she loves getting out there and playing in the snow. My Yorkie, he wants nothing to do with anything cold or wet.
Yeah.
Like, even if there's like a little bit of that morning dew on the grass, he's like, dog with booties on.
Yeah, that's the way Goober is. But I didn't know he was paper trained when I got him on Facebook. So I was kept taking him out, and he'd just sit there and look at me like, what am I supposed to do? He would just sit there and stare at me. So
Oh my
then
gosh.
I'd take him back in the house.
So hey,
And then
Melissa
one day,
Fieldhouse. Hey, Beverly. I think I might have already said hi to you, but hi again.
oh,
Sheila
Marie's
says
got
she is up
creation.
and dressed. And then we have Deb Somerville and Marie Scrappy Creations. Hey, love. And we have Glenda Hyde. So
Morning,
today,
I feel like the queen. Oh, that's right.
so today, as you guys could probably see, I am working on this monstrosity of a quilt. I am adding my plain border A. Oops, that's the back side. To my beautiful border B on two sides. So I'll be working on that today. And they're all my borders are already quilted and everything. All I gotta do is do that and then add in the sashing. Hey, Aqua Quilter Lisa and yo, Patty G.
Morning, everyone.
Let's see. I won't be reading chat or responding because I'm doing dishes. Ew, yucky word.
That's my daughter's job.
That's my job because I just couldn't tolerate the way they were getting done beforehand.
Mm.
It's like when you pick
I
up a
know
dish and it's
that.
still like a little bit on the greasy side. I'm like, ew, gross. Nope.
And then you make them redo it.
Normally I would have, but I just gave up. I was like, I'm just going to do it. Especially
Yeah, my
since
son
they're
did that.
adults. It's like, they already do a lot of other stuff. So I'm just going to do it myself.
Mm. Yeah, my son, when he was a teenager, his only job was the dishes, and not every night. It was every other night. We switched off. And it was his night. I come home, all the dishes are put away. I went to get something. He had stacked all the dirty dishes in the cupboard, put them away dirty.
Oh, no.
I took every single dish out of the cupboard and made him rewash everyone. He goes, well, I didn't dirty that. I said, I don't care. You're washing them all now. He never did it again.
Yeah. When I was younger, because my mom had the same theory that she found one dirty dish, every dish in the cabinets came out and you had to wash them all. So when I was younger, instead of leaving dirty dishes, I started breaking all the glass ones. I'm like, if they're not here, I can't wash them.
Yeah, my oldest daughter, I would find my dishes in the garbage. Anything she didn't want to wash, she would just throw away. I lost a lot of Fiesta ware before I realized what was going on.
Yeah, my mom caught on to what I was doing and started buying plastic. I'm like, dang it. Can't break these. Hey, Nellie. How are you doing, love? Hey, Shannon. How are you doing? The awkward quilter Lisa said, I'm going to listen while doing some simple sewing. My brain can't handle much more than that. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's why I brought just a simple block, because my brain doesn't work in the afternoon, let alone in the morning.
Yeah, I spent the last 2 days doing the cover stitch for the in between the individual blocks. And so now I'm finally to the point where I can put the two borders together. And Melissa goes, I like how you think, Donnell. If you guys knew my mama, she'd tell you I would try and do anything and everything to get out of doing work. like when I was younger, I was grounded every other weekend when I was a teenager. And every
Me
time she
too.
turned around, I would be climbing out my window to go hang out with the kids out in the backyard. It's like I'm not going that far, I'm just going out the window. I was such a problem child. Melissa says that it's good to see you again, Mona. Andrea just cleaned her glasses with her hearing aid cleaner.
Oh no.
And now she can't get her glasses clean. Oh, poor Andrea.
Well, I put eardrops in my eyes one time because I wasn't awake and I was getting ready to go to physical therapy. This was a couple years ago. And I had to call. My eyes were burning. I said, I can't make it to physical therapy. They're like, why? I go, I put eardrops in my eyes. They
You
were
know what?
swollen for
My
days.
husband did that before, and it was my fault because he told me to bring him the eye drops, and I didn't read it, and it was eardrops.
Oh no.
He goes, "Are you trying to kill me?" I'm like, "No, not today."
Oh, that's funny.
I'm like, "I'm so sorry."
Well, it is cold in here today. I might actually have to, and I always keep the heat on 72. I never take it up. I turned it up to 74 last night. I was freezing to death. I had this old poncho on that I found in the closet.
That's funny because I actually slept with a sweatshirt on last night because I was so cold. Even after taking a hot bath, I'm like, I can't do this. I'm like, I'm freezing. I had like a sheet, 2 blankets, and this sweatshirt on.
Yeah, I was cold for a while until Bubba was sleeping on me, the cat. And that little cat puts out some heat. He usually sleeps with my daughter, but she turns her heat off at night. So I usually warm it up and then turn it off. But last night I was too cold. I didn't do any of that. I just left it on. It seems I have a sandstone basement and it feels like the air's coming through the sandstone and up on through the floorboards.
Oh no.
All right, where's my new seam roller? Right here. Oh, it works pretty good. Awkward, or no. Debbie from
Right there.
Yeah. Debbie from Declutter. She made me this seam roller on her 3D printer. Isn't that cool?
I've seen all that cool stuff she sent you. Oh my God, that was awesome.
I know. I'm Miss Techie now. I got all kinds of gadgets.
You got all kinds of new toys to play with in your room.
Yeah, now I can put my one I got from Timo upstairs in case I feel like doing something up there. I miss my sewing room up there because at night, if I got bored, I would just get up and start sewing. But now I have to come down here and I'd wake up kids.
So Michelle's Crafts and Morris says, I was a wild child in my family. I think I spent 90% of my high school years grounded. Yes, right there with you, Michelle.
Yeah, same here. I always wanted to do what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it, and you couldn't tell me any different.
Yeah, Marie, my thermostat stays up around, I think it's like 66 or 68 right now. But I actually have, because for whatever reason, the vent in here, like, goes on overload on putting the heat in this room. And with me having cats, I gotta keep the door closed because of my birds in here. So currently right now I have my window open because it was getting too hot in here.
I used to have to do that at my old bedroom when I was a kid because it was right next to the furnace room. And it would get so hot. And my mom would get so mad because I'd open up the window in the wintertime. But
Which
I
I
don't
don't mind
change the door.
sometimes as long as it doesn't put too much, like nothing coming in through the window. So.
No, I had it open. The snow was flying in. But this old farmhouse, there's no insulation. I mean, you have to warm up your pans before you put them on the stove. They're so ice cold from being in the thing. And if you feel the wall, you could just feel like the air coming in.
Oh wow.
So last winter, I went and got some of those plastic squares that look like tile or whatever. And I did that whole wall in that, and it's helped some.
No, thank yous.
But with the sandstone, and I think because it was warmer, because I don't think it was really any colder than it's been. I just think because it was warmer that now everything seems cold, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, this is pretty dandy handy. I got something on my block. I hope it's not blood. I think it is. Well, I can wash it.
So your spit would take it right out. I said
What
your
will
spit
take
would
it out?
actually take your blood out.
Oh, I'll just do it in some cold water.
Okie dokie. Yeah, I learned that one the hard way.
And cold water and Donnell will do it.
Oh,
But I'm not
okay.
going to mix it. You know, and I won't wash the whole thing. I'll just do that spot. I'll have to change the Band-Aid today. Yeah, I took the ironing board off there so I can see all my cutting devices. Oop, there it is open. I'm going to have to
Hey,
start
guess who, Nancy?
finding myself.
Hi, Lori Colgan. So what is everybody else in the chat working on this morning? Hi, Candace. How are you doing? Guess who Nancy says? Donnell, I am drinking my coffee.
Yeah, I only got 1 cup of tea this morning. I might have to have another cup.
I am on my second cup of coffee already. I'm like, I just can't get with it today.
Well, you were up late.
Yeah. Well, then plus I've also been working so much on this quilt right here. It's like if I wasn't at my actual job, I was doing this quilt.
Oh, wow. So I bet you'll be glad when it's done.
I'll
But
be
you're
happy
doing
when it's done so I
amazing
can be
work.
able to get it to its rightful owner because of the fact that I've been working on this for so long. And when I fell over a month ago, it really threw me behind schedule.
Oh, I didn't know you fell.
Yeah, we had a bad ice storm. It was like snow one night, got a decent amount of snow, and then overnight while we were sleeping, it rained, and all of that just froze over. So it's like there was like a glacier of ice on my porch steps.
Oh,
And so when I
wow.
went to go take my dogs out in the morning, took out my Yorkie and came back in, no problems. Went to go take my pit bull out. She didn't pull on me or nothing. The moment my foot touched that top step, I went down, hit my tailbone on the bottom step, my rib cage on the middle step, and my head bounced off of the top step.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I actually wound up with a concussion. My ribs are actually still bruised and hurt and at some and everything. They're actually getting a
Wow.
lot better, but they're still really tender on the left side. And then my tailbone was messed up for quite some time.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's a rough one. I was
Yeah,
lucky
my
with
biggest
my pal.
the only thing I kept thinking of is if I don't get up off these steps, the guys are gonna wake up 5 hours from now finding me frozen to solid on the porch.
Right.
Quasar, we ain't doing that today. Stop.
Is that
He
your
doesn't
bird's
listen.
name?
He acts just like a 2-year-old. Does not listen. I gave him the silent treatment day before yesterday. My husband comes in here. He goes, "What's he screaming about?" I'm like, "Because I'm ignoring him because he's being bad." I'm like, "I'm not rewarding bad behavior." Glenda, yes, I pulled an Ian. I seen his bruised tailbone and I one-upped it with a concussion.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I was lucky. I didn't hit my head. I don't need any more head injuries.
Right. I asked my husband something the other day. He goes, "Well, you're already mental anyway."
Oh.
I'm like, "Well, what does that make you? You're the one that willingly married me." Me and him bicker at each other like that all the time. It's like our little thing. Okay. Coffee break.
Yeah, Ian needs bubble wrap.
Mm-hmm. At the very least, whenever he goes to Becca's. I swear it's like every single time he goes to Becca's, he falls.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to rewatch her tonight. I fell asleep. Well, I was lurking anyways. I didn't feel like chatting. I was tired, so I thought,
Yeah,
well, I'll
usually,
watch. Fell asleep on the couch.
yeah, anytime I catch a live stream of anybody's, I always try to say hi, and then most of the time I go silent.
Yeah, that's what I normally do, but I didn't even get the high out. I was right asleep. No, I lost my seam roller. Oh, here it is. Oh, I left that blade up again.
Uh-oh.
That's why I moved the iron, because I couldn't see stuff up there, but I'll put it back up when I need to use it.
So who all is going to QuiltCon? I unfortunately am not, so I'll be doing live streams all weekend.
I'm not. Too far away. Where is it?
It is in Raleigh, North Carolina, I believe it is.
Yeah, I think that's 8 or 10 hours away. That's just too far away. And with my mom not being able to see yet, I can't take off without, being around for her.
Hey, Jean, Captain Stitches, how you doing, love?
Hi, Jean.
Girl, Jean, you are not late. I'm still alive. You're not late. If you're going to QuiltCon, put a heart in my chat. I'm just curious of who's going. Mainly because I'm living enviously through all of you.
I know Sheila's going to Stephanie Stitch's retreat in April.
Cool.
Ooh, my points actually match. Woohoo! That's always
Awesome
a plus.
sauce.
And I didn't even iron yet. I don't want to iron it until I get that spot out, because heat sometimes sets it.
Oh, definitely. Oh, that's going to be so gorgeous. I love those fabrics.
Yeah, that's on one. And then I'm doing the other quilt in all oranges and reds and all different shades of batiks. But I don't have that one cut out yet. Jean's welcome everybody. I guess I could cut out another block. I got to redo my cart. It's well, let's just say it's a mess. And leave it at that. It's hard to find anything.
Yeah, I decided over the past few days and everything, well, I would say over the past few weeks, I've been doing a lot of thinking of it. And I decided on my channel on Saturdays, I'm going to start having guests on here. And then on Sundays, I'm going to work on all my legit kit patterns I've been working on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so that way I got Saturdays, I work on anything and everything else. And Sundays, I work on legit.
All right, let me write down. And Saturdays, you go on at 10.
Yep, I'll be doing 10 a.m. on both days. Just because 10 works good for me, so that way by the time I get done, the family is awake, just got their coffee, and I can go hang out with them after they got their caffeine in them.
On Friday, I was going live at 1. Well, now I'm switching it to 2 because my daughter gets home right when I'm going live, and she eats her lunch. And then I have to fight with her and the dogs for an hour because Goober won't shut up. When he sees food, he just wants to bark. So I'm pushing it back an hour.
He said, share with me. Drop some down here. Drop some down here.
Yes. He's a little savage. And Jean, hers are Mondays, I think. Mondays and Fridays?
She actually doesn't. She actually recently trying to change it so that way she doesn't have like a set schedule. She's just going to go live whenever she's able to. Oh, because of circumstances or whatnot, scheduling issues and all. So she's just going to go live whenever she's able to.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I believe that's what you decided, isn't it, Jean? Please let me know in the chat if it is.
I'm just trying to keep track of all the small channels lives that I can, try and make and at least be in for part of it or watch while I'm sewing.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, there's so many channels I follow. I can't keep track of all of them. So I usually just, when I get the notification, I always hit watch in the later folder. So that way I can always go back and catch it.
Yeah, I have a catch up list that I throw stuff in if I don't have time. And then I'll go one night, I'll just sit there and watch a whole bunch. Sandra Riles here. Welcome.
Hello.
Lisa's lives are 4 and 5 in the morning. Yeah, I'm not up that early.
Yeah, hers are always a watch later live because my brain can't handle YouTube before 8:30.
Hi, so Terry.
Yes, Shannon, I got that from you. Yes, anybody in here that has a channel, if you hit ! selfie, it'll be able to drop your link to help promote you. Makes my job and my moderator's job so much easier.
Yeah, I changed my word and forgot what the second word was, so I got to go back in and look and write it down for the next one.
Oh, you silly girl.
Yeah, I have 2 words because that way Nightbot doesn't time you out. If you go too soon, it'll time you out and it won't drop it. Oh, guess who Nancy's here?
Huh?
I just said, guess who Nancy's here?
Oh, yep. She actually snuck in earlier.
Oh, okay.
I think you had walked away to go do something or other.
Oh, probably when I went and got my water.
Probably. Oh, that's super sweet. So, Terry, she said it snowed and snowed last night, and some angel already cleaned off her car.
I don't have any angels, and it's going to sit there till I have to leave Monday. But look at
Yeah.
this fabric I got.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Isn't it cute?
Yes, that is so gorgeous.
I'm going to make some different bags and stuff with that. I got that from, so yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And
Yeah,
I have vinyl to match it. So
I have to stay away from all the sales right now because I have so much fabric I'm trying to use up for my stash.
Yeah,
Because
me
as of
too.
right now, I have like 4 drawers of scraps and 2 drawers of yardage or pre-cuts. And I'm like, I gotta use up all that before, or at least a decent portion of that before I can do anything else. And that's after all the scrappy quilts I've been using and pulled out fabrics for my Detroit Lion, the legit kit and everything like that. I'm like,
Yeah, it adds up fast.
it does.
And I have tons under my bed and in the other room, and it's all vintage. I
Stashing
don't
it
know.
under your mattress. Oh, I keep
It's
thinking,
everywhere.
as soon as you had said that, all I'm thinking is like the older ways of doing things of hiding your excess money underneath your mattress for safekeeping.
Yeah, I keep my fabric under there. Take my TV, but leave my fabric.
Take anything you want, just don't touch the fabric. So I got the first 2 borders sewn together.
Oh, that looks nice.
And this is going to go over like this right here. But up at the top. Up. Are you guys able to see over? Actually,
I can see.
okay. So it's essentially going to be where it's going to be like this on the outside over here. I
Oh,
just
that's
got one more to sew
beautiful.
up, and then I can add the borders to the actual quilt.
I should try and do another quilt as you go.
Thank you, Jean. Yeah, for the larger quilts, ever since I injured my back years ago, I have to do the as quilt as you go because I just don't have the strength in my back lately to push it underneath there for doing the actual quilting itself. But it is what it is, and it's fun because then I can have a chance to do more decorative stitches and all on the individual pieces.
Yeah. There's a lady in Australia. All her quilts are quilt as you go. Monica Poole, I think. She has some really neat ways of doing it and patterns and stuff.
She's actually where I learned how to quilt as you go from.
Oh, okay, because that's where I learned. Well, I only did one. It didn't come out too good, but my brother loved it.
Yeah, I done multiple quilt as you goes, and I've always used like the cover strip method.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't really tried any of the other methods yet, but
the front, I just sewed those 2 together, but I didn't sew the backs in with it. I just sewed the front, and then when I flipped it over to the back, then you had to trim the excess backing, and then I took and folded the back under and over to cover the seam and then sewed that. But it was really hard with the denim because I had
oh my gosh, all that layers.
And I had pockets and all kinds of stuff on there from all his pants. So I broke quite a few needles. And I sewed that whole thing on my Baby Lock Jazz, but I didn't like it because I couldn't use the big cones and it would just bounce all over my desk. So I sold it.
Her pants are trying to walk away.
Yeah. And I told him, that's it. You're never getting another one, so don't even ask. Do not save your jeans. Give them to the poor. Although I could cut them up and use the fabric, but not all the pockets and stuff.
Ooh, Andrea, where did you see that at? Whose channel or whatnot? She said she's seen a really neat tutorial yesterday on Quilt As You Go using a serger. You cannot see the seams.
Yeah, the serger's supposed to really flatten the seams too to make it easier, but I haven't seen that. I got to get my serger fixed. The little spring fell off inside and I lost the spring. So nobody knows what I'm talking about. They think it's the knife. I go, no, it's the other thing. So I'm going to have to take it into the shop.
It's not the doohickey, it's the thingamajig.
Yeah. You know, that thing that goes there?
Oh, gosh.
As You Go by Rose. Yeah. That would be good too. That would be easy enough to, less piecing. And then some of it I had to cut strips and put over top of it because I missed and it was all wonky. So I just put it together however I could. I had to hand stitch some of it because the seam was so thick, like over like the belt and the belt loop and all that. So I had to go up and around.
Yup.
But a cotton one would be fun. I was going to do it with my last quilt and I forgot and sewed it all together.
Now, have you ever done a rag quilt?
No.
I've been thinking about trying one of those just because I've never done one before.
I had one for my daughter. I bought it somewhere and she used it all through her dance because it was the perfect size. It was a little kid's, but it was perfect for her to sit on and get dressed and everything. And one of the competitions, we left it there. I was so mad because that thing,
oh no,
I washed it like 100 times and it still was good.
Oh, wow.
And it was a rag quilt because it was flat on one side and then you could see where the seams were on the other side.
Yes, the whatchamacallit, the doohickey. Good morning, Shady Susan. No worries at all.
I don't know. That would be a good idea.
Yeah.
I still have my cotton cuts to do. I'm going to work on that maybe Monday or today or
I haven't even received my Clue one yet.
No?
No, I did email them and they're looking into it. So hopefully they can locate it because I'm really bummed out. I see everybody else is doing theirs. And I'm going to do mine. It's my first time ever ordering it too.
In fact, I don't even know where it is. Oh, I think it's over there.
Okay, Tar. You'll be out
Yesterday I was just organizing projects and I have them scattered all over, but none of them are started.
Ever feel like if you go to organize your project and it just gets to be a bigger mess?
Yeah. Well, I put them all in these after I usually spend a day cutting and then I put each project in here. Well, the bags, quilts you really can't. And I just put them all in here and then I stack them and then we see how long they sit on the shelves.
Oh, okay.
At least it's ready for because I got one. Where is it? Well, I don't know. I got one ready to go. But the last time I had time, I didn't feel like changing the thread.
You got one ready to go and it went.
Yeah, I don't know where it went, but it's here somewhere. But I really want to work on my teapots tomorrow. And get,
awesome.
At least one teapot done. As long as my finger's not bleeding tomorrow. Well, I can just put an extra Band-Aid over it. Lisa said hers was delivered unsealed.
Oh, no.
Somebody probably looked to see what it was. Oh, I don't want that.
Yeah, I just ordered the monthly because I'm like, I can't afford right now to do the entire thing.
That's what I did. And I didn't order the Oops kit, so I'm going to have to do it very carefully. So I probably won't do it on a live.
I
Because
did
I
order
put,
the Oops kit, and the way I look at it, if mine doesn't come out exactly to plan, oh well, it's a creative design then.
yep.
At that point, I added my own creative touch.
Yeah, that's what I do. I don't know why I'm coughing. Probably because I had the heat on too high.
Just like with this quilt here, it's like, granted, I designed it on EQ8. There's still times I just want to change something. Like,
Right.
change something, add something.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what I
like,
do
no,
when
I
I'm
gotta
knitting
stick to
bags.
what me and him agreed upon.
Because the Crown Royal bag I was working on yesterday, I forgot and sewed it all together. And I'm like, I didn't do the bottoms or nothing. So I had to make like a gusset bottom. And then I'm like, oh, shoot, you didn't even do the lining yet. So I had to take down all the measurements. So now
Oh my gosh.
this is what I got going on so far.
Oh, I love that
And then,
quilting on it. All that movement going up and down, looks like waves.
well, this one, I went around the one Crown Royal, but the rest of them I went through. I like doing the squiggly lines, and I don't have to be straight, and I don't have to put tape on it and make it nice and straight. But I'm going to be quilting vinyl next week. I'm just going to take a piece of vinyl, put foam, and quilt it and see how it goes out.
Hey, Lily, have you started on your facet quilt yet? The pattern that Sheatron asked for some help on how to put together and suggestions and everything. So I did on a couple of live streams. And it's a cafe facet midnight diamonds. So it's like diamonds on point.
Oh, I love
And
cake.
so that's been a lot of fun to do and everything. And I've been using all scrap fabrics for that, or all fabrics from my stash for that. So the only thing
Yeah,
I'll
I
have to
made it.
buy for it is the batting and the backing.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yup.
I made a case bag, and it's in the closet. It was supposed to be on for sale, but I can't part with it. I mean, it's huge. It's really big. I think I did 6 squares across and like 4 rows. Yeah,
Oh,
it's in the
wow.
closet in the thing. So I'm like, I don't know if I can part with it. I don't want it to get dirty. And I just made it from the charm pack.
Okay.
And then I just did straight line quilting on that one. Just on the blocks and across.
Cool, cool.
But this year my goal is to do more free motion quilting.
I've
But I
tried
don't
free
like the
motion
little
quilting and I'm not that great at it, so I use my
me
decorative
either.
stitches on my machine.
I was, but I rewatched the video that I was doing free motion because I did it on a live. Well, I was doing it just like you would. I was lifting up the presser foot and moving it and turning the fabric. And I'm like, duh, you're supposed to just move the fabric back and forth, not spinning around like you would a normal thing. I still have that piece that goes with it. It was supposed to be a bowl cozy, but I accidentally sewed a couple bowl cozies together. I'm not
See,
taking it apart.
oh, oh, Lily, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better soon, hon.
Oh, yeah. My uncle was sick for 2 months with a cough. My brother's still sick. I just
Yeah.
avoid.
Yeah, there's several people that are like down sick and everything.
Yeah, I try and avoid everybody in the wintertime.
Yeah,
Right.
during the really bad flu and everything else going around season, I pretty much tell everybody, if you're sick, don't come to my house.
Yes.
I'm like, because I don't want to be missing work. I don't like being in bed and missing out on sewing. I got too much stuff to do.
Yeah, and I get really sick. I never used to, but if I get sick, I'm down for a long time. Probably
Yeah,
because
last
I
time I
take
got real bad sick, and to this day I still had no idea what it was. I was convinced it was COVID, but I took a test every single day I was sick. Convinced one of these had got to come up positive. My husband would be like, honey, you already tested negative 4 times.
Yeah,
I'm like, it could have been false.
right.
I'm like, I don't know what else can make me feel this horrible. But I was in bed for
Susan
like
just
a
avoid
week.
people. Well, I think I will try and sew this piece.
Do it, do it, do it.
Gonna have to move this back a little. I don't want to clip flying off.
Let's see. Monty May is taking a nap. I wish I could. She got me up at 4:30 this morning when her daddy got up, said Shady Susan. Oh gosh, I feel you, Lily. Ocker quilted Lisa tried to avoid everybody all the time. It sounds like my son. He never wants to do with anything with anybody. My oldest one, that is. See, and Susan said I tried to avoid people all the time. At Mona did what? Azar, you're being a bit much. Please stop. You'll be a
But
bad bird.
Mom,
What? Be right back. I'm going to open his cage door. Let him out so he hushes.
okay.
He's going to win this tantrum. There you go. You're not getting my cart, though. I got all my other projects sitting on my cart right now. He doesn't get the cart today.
Morning, Eva.
Good morning. Yes, Jean, they definitely are.
Yeah, when I made my mom's bag, I used up, I think, like 18 or 20 bags. And on this one, I think I've only used 4. So I don't know. I must have had a lot of waste or something.
Oh, wow. That's a huge difference.
Yes. Well, I wasn't sure how to cut them to get them to,
Yeah.
So it took a way to figure out how to get the most fabric. But
Yeah, that's always more complicated on the first time around when you don't really know exactly what you're going to do just quit and you're trying to figure it out as you go.
Yep, exactly. And of course, I didn't
Lacey
want to
May,
do
you
a
cannot come in
bottom
here
on
with a play with the birdies. Kitty cats don't get play with the birdies.
So I may just take and make zipper pouches from the rest of them, and then say, here. This is what you get with your bags. Do not bring me any more.
My mom gave me some, and I'm like, yeah, these would be really cool to do something with. And then and they sat around forever. I'm like, I'm not going to do anything with these. I'm like, I got too many other projects going on in my brain and in my room that I'm like, I'll never do it.
Well, she wanted a bag for Christmas, and I had something totally different in mind. I was going to just put the Crown Royal in the middle, and then I was going to do some quilting squares or just the Crown Royal at top and vinyl on the bottom. But she wanted the whole thing, everything, all Crown Royal bags. So I did that, but I didn't do the handles out of the bags because it's just not sturdy enough.
Yeah.
And
so I got a question for everybody in the chat. If you like drinking coffee, because I know some people don't, some people are a tea drinker or don't like either. But if you like drinking coffee, how do you like your coffee? Do you like it black? Do you like it with sugar, with creamer? I like mine where it is sugar flavored coffee creamer with a side of coffee.
I'm going to have to trace this bottom so I know what to make.
I think I operate my life off of a sugar rush.
I love coffee, but it just tears up my stomach. So, and they used to have, Folgers used to have that Simply Smooth that was gentle on your stomach, or the half and half, but I haven't been able to find it. So
have you tried have you tried like the almond creamer? The almond milk creamer?
I don't do creamers. I only do the powdered milk, but I did have the almond creamer in something my daughter made me. I think she made hot chocolate with the almond milk, and that was much better on my stomach.
Okay.
And I put almond milk on my cereal.
Normally if I have more than 1 cup a day, then it messes with my stomach.
Yeah.
Today's a 2-cup day, so I know I'm going to be paying later.
I usually just drink tea in the morning. The only time I'll have coffee is like in the afternoon if I need a extra pick-me-up. And I know my 1 glass of Coke isn't going to do it, so then I'll have a nice strong coffee. But I put hot chocolate in it. I'll take the hot chocolate mix, put it in the bottom, then pour the coffee in, and then shoot some whipped cream on top. It's more of a dessert.
Oh, so you're right there with me with the sugar rush.
Yes. I do like some sugar.
Now, when I do have hot tea, because I do love my Earl Grey hot tea. So when I do have hot tea, then I do it with honey from my beehives.
Yeah, I buy local honey from the place up the street there, and that's what I put in my tea. I don't put any milk or anything, just plain tea and honey.
Yep, same here. And I love my Earl Grey.
And I'll throw some lemon in. Hi, Jean.
Jean says, now I need a cup of coffee. Hey, dragonflies, we're Donna. How are you doing, love?
Oh, see, I don't like Maxwell House. It's too strong. But that's what my grandpa drank, was Maxwell House, except when he came to my house.
Yeah, dragonflies, I've noticed that my subscriber count has dropped. And it seems to be a common thing with all content creators seeing this, from what I've heard. I don't know what YouTube does sometimes, but they just like to go in there and unsubscribe people.
Yeah, I go into my subscriber list, and especially those at channel, and I double check, and I go back in and resubscribe. Because they unsubscribed me from Teresa Louise one time, and I go, I watch her every week. What are you doing?
Yeah. There's been times where it's like I've not gotten a notification about someone I watch on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I not getting notifications? I go look and I'm unsubscribed. I'm like, I watch you on like regularly. I can understand if it's a channel I don't ever watch, but.
Yeah, because I was in last night on my old iPad. It's the one that says Mona Likes Ice Cream, because I can't sign in under my thing, because when I did the update, I screwed something up, so it went back to a different version. So now it won't let me sign in. So I had to make up a new sign in for it. So I did that one. And that one just stays in my room. Well, I was subscribed to Rita and stuff on there, and it unsubscribed me. And I go on her
Dragonfly, Dragonfly says she figured she was listening to too many people. Gene Ward, I am actually not really for sure. I did not ask why he wanted a pineapple quilt. I just knew that that's what he wanted. That's what we had, and I agreed to make it for him. Figure his reasoning was his own business. Figure as long as he was paying me to make it, I wasn't going to bother asking questions.
Well, it's cute.
It is coming out really cute. I'm just tired of looking at a pineapple quilt. I want to do something other than a pineapple quilt. But I do love how it's come out and everything. So the previous one that I made for him was all in a black background also that was in all various shades of blue.
Oh, okay. Well, I like blues. All right. I wonder if it's 10.5 by 16. That can't be right. Well, let me see. I don't know if I can draw.
See you later, so Terry. Have a wonderful day, hon.
Hi, Terry.
So Terry also said, Mona, cold brew your coffee. You don't get the bitterness.
What, drink it cold?
She said brew it cold.
Oh, okay. My daughter will know what that is. She works at a coffee shop.
Oh, okay. I know that they serve it on either crushed ice or cubed ice. I just don't know as far as anything else.
Yeah.
I know that my coffee machine in there that I have, I don't even remember what kind it is. I think it's some sort of Ninja or something. Will brew it cold. I just never tried it yet.
Brews it, and you can put it right on ice through the thing.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know how it does it or anything like that. I've never tried it.
Don't know how this is going to turn out from tracing it. It doesn't look like I traced very good either. That'll be good enough. All right, where's it?
Second one's done.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, now I just gotta iron them, put the cover stitch on the back, and then try and sew them to the quilt. And then do the binding. And somewhere in between, take a nap. I am so tired. I don't normally ever do a late night live stream, and I'm so exhausted from it.
Oh, I can imagine. I can't stay up for the night ones anymore.
Yeah, I can usually try and stay up for at least majority of Sobecca's, and I'll usually try to drop in to do a high and quick little bit and everything in Donna's, and then go back to watch it on later on. But I think this is the first time in a long time I've actually stayed up that late watching it, so, or being a part of it.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut it right there. Whoop.
I think we're gonna go ahead and call it quits for today, as long as you're good with that.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just because I am really tired. I need to go lay down for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm just trying to get some stuff done before the Zoom at 1.
Yeah,
So,
figure if I go lay down
all.
for even just like a half an hour, then try to come back in here and tackle this beast behind me.
Yeah.
But everybody, if y'all don't mind, go check out Mona's channel if you don't already. Her link is in the description box below. And I can also drop it into the chat real quick. I believe I have her programmed in. So, not for sure if that works, but I do know it's in the description spots below. Yay, I do have her in.
Yay.
But everybody have a wonderful day. Make sure you give a smile to everybody. You never know when it might change their day. And bye.